Hi everyone, Jonathan here from Biology Coach Online, your source for virtual biology education. Can you answer this question? Cardiac muscle represents which level of biological organization? Molecule, cell, tissue, organ, organ system, or organism? Basic biology is the topic, and levels of biological organization is the focus of today's installment of Biology Quik Notes. Stay tuned. So there are 6 levels of biological organization. In ascending order, they are molecule, cell, tissue, organ, organ system, and organism. Now I know some of you are thinking, man, you forgot about the atom. But remember that the atom is the basic building block of all matter, both living and non-living. So when we talk about atoms like carbon, nitrogen, magnesium, and iron, we're talking strictly chemistry. But when atoms join together to form molecules, like carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids, well, then we can start talking biology. So, the first rung of the biological organization hierarchy is the molecule. Molecules are 2 or more atoms linked together and which are able to perform a function or serve some other purpose, such as building blocks for even larger molecules. Water is a molecule made of 2 hydrogen atoms joined to an oxygen atom. Important biological molecules include carbohydrates like sugars and starch, lipids like fats and oils, proteins like enzymes, and nucleic acids like DNA and RNA. Next up we have the cell. When we think of the biological hierarchy and one level building on the previous level, then a cell is nothing more than a bundle of molecules working together to perform a common function. So, for example, a cell is bound by its plasma or cell membrane, which is constructed of millions of phospholipid molecules, cholesterol, and various carbohydrate and protein molecules. The cell is filled with viscous cytoplasm, which is mostly water but also contains various salts and proteins, and the cell nucleus contains, among other things, the nucleic acids DNA and RNA. Did you know that each of your red blood cells contains 270 million molecules of hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is a very large molecule made up of 4 other protein molecules, each of which contains an atom of iron. Your body contains all sorts of cells like blood cells, bone cells, skin cells, muscle cells, nerve cells, and liver cells. In fact, there are about 200 different types of cells in your body. The next level up is the tissue. Tissues are simply a collection of cells working together for a common purpose. I hope you're seeing the pattern here. So, a bunch of cardiac muscle cells join together and functioning in harmony form the tissue that we call cardiac muscle tissue. Neurons are nerve cells. A group of nerve cells together form nervous tissue. Blood is a type of connective tissue composed of red blood cells, various types of white blood cells, and platelets. You get the idea, and yes, it's that simple. So a group of tissues join together and working collectively to perform a specific function, and you have the next level of biological organization, the organ. So your heart is composed of cardiac muscle tissue, your brain of nervous tissue. You will note that the definition here says various tissues, because organs are collections of different types of tissues. For example, your heart is composed of not only cardiac muscle, but also connective tissue and nervous tissue. Likewise, your brain is made up of nervous tissue predominantly, but also connective tissue. Besides your heart and brain, other organs that you are familiar with include your lungs, kidneys, stomach, and intestines. The next level of biological organization is the organ system. The organ system is a group of organs working together to perform a very specific function. So, for example, your heart and collection of arteries and veins form your cardiovascular or circulatory system, whose function it is to transport oxygen and waste products to and from all parts of your body. Your brain, spinal cord, and peripheral nerves form your nervous system, whose job it is to carry sensory and motor impulses between your brain and your body. And you have your digestive system, urinary system, muscular system, skeletal system, reproductive system, and your integumentary system, or your skin. Put all of those systems together as a single, well-coordinated and functioning unit, and we call that an organism. Organisms include lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Sharks and snakes are organisms, as are pine trees and petunias, clownfish and coral, birds and butterflies, and yes, you and I are organisms too. So now back to the question that prompted this discussion. Cardiac muscle represents which level of biological organization? If you answered C, tissue, then you are absolutely correct. Thanks for tuning in to this installment of Biology Quik Notes, brought to you by Biology Coach Online, your source for virtual biology education. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all of your favorite social media platforms. You'll find the links in the description.